In this video, we will learn how to find the length of a horizontal and a vertical line segment. Let us recap how we indicate and locate the position of a point on a graph. We use an ordered pair of numbers, which we call the x and y coordinates of a point. So, what are the x and y coordinates of this point? To read the x coordinate, we drop a vertical dotted line from the point down to the x-axis. You can see that the x coordinate is 1. To read the y coordinate, we draw a horizontal dotted line from the point to the y-axis. We can see that the y coordinate is 2. Hence, the coordinates of the point are 1, 2. We will always specify the x coordinate first, followed by the y coordinate. Let's take a look at another point. Similarly, we draw a vertical dotted line down to the x-axis. We can see that the x coordinate is -3. If we draw a horizontal dotted line, we can see that the y coordinate is 1. So, the coordinates of the point are -3 and 1. Let's now take a look at one more point. The x coordinate is -4 and the y coordinate is -2. Hence, the coordinates of the point are -4 and -2. What do you think are the coordinates of this point? It is special in some way. We can see that the point cuts the x-axis at 4. This should immediately tell us that the x-coordinate is 4. What about the y-coordinate? If we draw a horizontal line from the point to the y-axis, the y-coordinate is 0. Thus, the coordinates of this point should be 4, 0. Let's take a look at another point. Can you see that the point cuts the y-axis at 2? This is why the y-coordinate is 2. What about the x-coordinate? If we draw a vertical line from the point to the x-axis, we can see that the x value is 0. This means that the x-coordinate is 0. Thus, the coordinates of this point are 0 and 2. Can you name the coordinates of this point? Yes, the coordinates are -1 and 0. How about this point? Yes, the coordinates are 0 and -3. Now, we are ready to find the length of line segments. First, let us look at this horizontal line segment. We can find its length by counting the number of units. For this line segment, we can see that there are 1, 2, and 3 units between x equals 1 and x equals 4. Hence, the length should be 3 units. Now, suppose we know the coordinates of the two endpoints of this line segment. How then can we calculate the length of this horizontal line segment? So, what are the coordinates of the two endpoints of this line segment? Can you see that the x-coordinates are 4 and 1, and the y-coordinates are the same, that is 2? Thus, the coordinates of the two endpoints are 1, 2 and 4, 2. The length of the line segment should thus be the difference between the two x-coordinates. Hence, the length is given by 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3 units. This answer is the same as the one we get with the counting method. Let us take a look at another horizontal line. We can count the number of units to determine its length. There are 1, 2, 3, and 4 units. Thus, the length of the line segment is 4 units. Alternatively, we can calculate the length by using the two endpoints of this line segment. The x-coordinates are -1 and 3. Can you see that the y-coordinates are the same? That is, y is equal to -2. This tells us that the line segment is horizontal. Thus, the coordinates of the endpoints are -1, -2, and 3, -2. Hence, the length of the line segment is given by the difference between the two x-coordinates, that is 3 minus -1, and this gives us 3 plus 1, which is 4 units. This answer is the same as the one we get with the counting method. Now, let us find the length of a vertical line segment. For this particular vertical line, we can calculate its length by counting the number of units. There are 1, 2, 3, and 4 units. Thus, the length should be 4 units. We can also find the length of the line segment using the two endpoints of the line segment. The y-coordinates are 2 and -2. You should be able to see that the x-coordinates are the same across the line. The x-coordinates are both -3. This tells us that the line segment is vertical. Thus, the coordinates are -3, 2, and -3, -2. The length of the line segment should thus be the difference between the two y-coordinates, that is 2 minus -2, which gives us 4 units. This answer is the same as the one we get with the counting method. Let us take a look at another vertical line. We will find the length by counting the number of units. There are 1 and 2 units. Thus, the length of the line segment is 2 units. Similarly, we can find the length of the line segment using the two endpoints of the line segment. The y-coordinates are -1 and -3. You should be able to see that the x-coordinates are the same across the line, that is, 2. Thus, the coordinates of the endpoints are 2, -1, and 2, -3. The length of the line segment should thus be the difference between the two y-coordinates, that is -1 minus -3, which is equal to -1 plus 3, and that will give us 2 units. This answer coincides with the one from the counting method used previously.